Texas is at a crossroads. We're facing unprecedented challenges to our democracy, with Christian nationalism threatening the very foundations of religious freedom and secular government that have made our state great.
The church is supposed to direct the government. The government is not supposed to direct the church.
The Republican Party of Texas wants to bring Christianity out of the church doors and into other areas of Texans' lives.
In a few short weeks, America will face a pivotal election that will shape our nation's future, and we're prepping with intensified efforts to boost voter turnout.
Last day to register.
Regardless of the national outcome, Texas remains our most critical battleground. At Texas Freedom Network, we've been on the front lines for nearly 30 years, fighting to preserve the separation of church and state and champion a democracy that truly represents all Texans. We've seen the far right's influence grow and get more blatant in their attempts to blur the lines of religious freedom.
Our kids in Texas public schools deserve better. They deserve the freedom to learn without political and religious agendas controlling their curriculums.
In this year alone, we've pushed back against attempts to insert biblical teachings into public school curriculums, raised alarms on laws restricting healthcare access based on religious ideology, and have called out efforts to censor books and rewrite history. It's been a tough year, but we are not backing down. TFN has been instrumental in pushing back against the religious right in Texas, and it's because of the amazing team we have on staff and the incredible network of activists we work with every day. They are ready to take on the challenges and fight for the communities they represent, leading the charge to bring diverse voices to the table to hold our political representatives accountable. Because of them, we've defeated private school voucher schemes that would have drained funds from public education. We've protected the teaching of science and accurate history in our public schools. And we've been a leading voice for LGBTQIA+ equality and reproductive freedom. Our strength lies in our grassroots network across the state. We're on the ground year-round, supporting local activists and building our grassroots momentum. Our Texas Rising program remains the largest youth civic engagement collective in Texas. Through Texas Rising, we're empowering young Texans to become civic leaders and have a voice in the issues that impact their future.
We believe in defending reproductive justice. We believe in defending drag and the queer community on the border.
The power young people possess in Texas is massive. And we also stay true to our title of watchdog of the religious right. Our Just Texas program has been extremely vital this year, mobilizing faith leaders to advocate for reproductive freedom and LGBTQIA+ equality, showing that religious values can align with human rights and social justice. As we approach pivotal elections, the stakes couldn't be higher. We're not just voting for candidates, we're voting to preserve democracy as we know it. That's why TFN is doubling down on voter engagement, especially among young voters and underrepresented communities. Looking ahead, we face major battles, from voucher schemes that threaten public education to ongoing attempts to inject religion into government. But I'm filled with hope because I've seen the passion and commitment of Texans who refuse to let Christian nationalism define our state's future. Texans are deeply committed people, ready to fight injustices and build communities where everyone has a voice in the decisions that affect their lives. That's the vision that drives our work at TFN, a truly reflective democracy where all Texans, regardless of their faith or background, have a seat at the table. As we approach our 30th anniversary in 2025, we're not just celebrating our past wins, we're gearing up for the fights ahead. We need your support now more than ever. Whether it's through funds, friendship, or forceful voices, every Texan has a role to play in safeguarding our democracy. Together, we can build a Texas where religious freedom is protected, where public education is strong, and where every voice is heard. A Texas that lives up to its promise of liberty and justice for all. Join us in this crucial fight, because with your help, Texas Freedom Network will continue to be the wave that fights back against Christian nationalism and champions true democracy for all Texans.